All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling a massive question that so many business owners have. What does it really cost to take your successful offline business, say a coaching institute, and bring it into the online world? We're going to break down the actual numbers. So, you've got this awesome offline business, right? It's working. But you just know you need to have a real digital presence to grow. The biggest roadblock, though? It's the unknown. How much do I actually need to budget for this? Where's all that money supposed to go? It can feel super overwhelming, but don't worry, we are going to make it crystal clear. So, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with a real-world case study. Then, we'll walk through all the foundational costs, the essential tools you'll need to run the show, the investment for marketing, and finally, we'll add it all up so you have a real, concrete budget to work with.
Okay, let's dive in. To make all these numbers real and practical, we're going to use a perfect example, a physical brick-and-mortar coaching institute that's making the leap online. This model is going to be our guide for every single cost we talk about today.
First things first, you have to build your digital home. These are the absolute non-negotiables, the foundational expenses you need just to exist online in a professional way. Let's look at the very first two. So, your domain name, that's your address online. And the hosting, that's the piece of land your website is built on. Now here's a crucial piece of advice. Always own your own hosting. It might seem easier or cheaper to let your developer handle it, but if you do that, you lose control. If things go south with them, they could literally hold your website hostage. Owning it yourself is a small price to pay for total peace of mind. Okay, now for the cornerstone of your entire online presence, the website itself. A professional, well-built site isn't cheap. It requires a pretty significant one-time investment, and that number is right around 35,000 rupees.
So, what does that 35 grand actually get you? Well, it gets you a professionally designed website with about 15 to 16 pages, which is a really solid starting point. But don't overlook the brand guidelines. That extra 20,000 rupee investment is what ensures your logo, your colors, your fonts, everything looks consistent no matter where people see it. That's how you build a brand that people recognize and trust.
This is such a critical point, especially for a business like our coaching institute, or really any business with a physical front door, a salon, a clinic, you name it. Ignoring Google My Business is basically like having a beautiful shop on the busiest street in town, but keeping the curtains closed and the door locked. You're just invisible. Think about it. Investing just 5,000 rupees a month to have someone optimize your Google My Business profile can literally drive people searching online right to your physical doorstep. And you have to pair that with a professional email address at your own domain. It's such a small yearly cost, but it pays off big time in credibility. It's the difference between looking like a hobby and looking like a real business. Okay, so the foundation is built. Now we need to power it up. We need the engine room, all the software and platforms that are going to run your day-to-day operations, from actually delivering your services to managing all your customers.
For our coaching institute, a learning management system, or LMS, is absolutely essential for selling courses online. Now, the smart play here is not to build one from scratch. That's a huge black hole for time and money. Instead, you use a platform that just takes a small percentage of your revenue. You only pay as you make money. It's perfect. Then you've got the WhatsApp API. This isn't just using WhatsApp on your phone. It's a powerful business tool that lets you send automated messages like promotions or reminders for about 4,000 rupees a month. So as leads start coming in from your website and your ads, you need a system to handle them. An email marketing tool for about 4,000 a month helps you warm up those leads and build a relationship. And a CRM, a customer relationship management tool, that's where your sales team will live. For about $3,000 a month for each user, it tracks every single conversation, making sure no potential customer ever gets forgotten.
So how do you actually get paid? Well, that's where a payment gateway comes in. The setup is usually free, but they take a small cut, around 2% from every transaction. Now, some people see that fee and hesitate, but trust me, it is worth every single paisa. It handles all the legal compliance, it makes accounting a breeze, and it simplifies everything. It just removes so many headaches.
Now, beyond those core tools, there are a few others you can add to really pour gasoline on the fire. You don't need these on day one, but when you're ready to scale, they are incredibly powerful.
A landing page tool lets you quickly build and test different versions of your sales pages without having to call a developer every time. This is a game changer for optimizing your ads. And automation tools? Oh man, they're like digital magic. They connect all your different apps together. So for example, when someone buys your course, it can automatically enroll them in your LMS and add them to your email list, all while you sleep. It's incredible.
All right, you've built your digital foundation, you've got the engine room running. Now it is time to open the doors and get people to come inside. This is where we talk about the really important stuff, the cost of marketing and actually getting new customers.
See, you need content, reels, posts, thumbnails, to build trust and show people you know what you're talking about. And doing that well isn't free. You should budget around 25,000 rupees a month just for content creation. And then you need someone to manage it all, a social media manager, which will cost you another 15 to 25,000 a month.
And now for the big one, paid advertising. Look, if you want to make a real impact and not just waste your money testing things forever, you need a serious budget. The recommended minimum to start with is 50,000 rupees a month. This is the fuel for your growth engine.
So you have your 50,000 rupee ad budget, but who's going to manage it? Well, you'll probably hire a performance marketing agency to run your Google and Facebook ads and get you leads right now. That's about 45,000 a month. And for the long game, you'll want an SEO agency working to get your website to rank on Google organically. That's another 40,000 a month. Yes, it's a huge investment, but it's an investment in predictable growth.
And this slide explains the difference perfectly. Think of it this way. Paid ads are like a faucet. You turn the money on and leads come out instantly. It's for right now. SEO, on the other hand, is like planting a tree. You won't see any fruit for maybe 8 months or more, but once it starts producing, you get a sustainable, free source of traffic for years to come. The best strategy uses both.
Okay, we've gone through all the individual pieces. Now it's time to put the whole puzzle together. Let's get to the final tally and see what this all adds up to, both for the one-time setup and the ongoing monthly costs.
And here it is, the whole shebang, all in one place. You can see those one-time costs to get your website and branding done right at the top. And then you have your recurring monthly costs, broken down into your basic tools, your content creation, and of course, your powerful marketing and advertising engine.
So let's just boil it down. Your initial, upfront, one-time investment to get everything built and set up professionally is going to be about 55,000 rupees. That's your cost of entry to do this the right way from the very beginning.
And this is the number you really need to plan for. To run, maintain, and most importantly, actively grow your new online business, you should be budgeting for a recurring monthly investment of around 200,000 rupees. That's what covers everything from your software to your staff to your agencies.
So there you have it, a detailed, no-fluff, realistic breakdown of what it truly costs to take your business online. The numbers are clear, the path is laid out, there's no more mystery. The only question left is, now that you have the budget, what are you going to build?